I'm not going to be here long.
All right. Hello and welcome to the WFO Racing League's Twisted Tuesday K&N Pro Series. We're at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 80 laps at Indy. Should be a good race tonight, Nation.
Mm-hmm.
And as you heard Nation say, he's not going to be here long. So we'll keep him on here not too late. I know you got to get up early, man.
Yeah, I do.
All right, I was wondering who was sitting on the pole, so we're going to grid it up real fast. Sitting on the pole tonight is going to be that number 99 of Mason Weitzel. Starting outside of him, second position, outside front row will be Corey Cook in the 61. Starting third tonight, you'll see the 19 of Austin Wagner. To his outside is going to be that number 48, and a guy to keep an eye on tonight, that'll be Greg Rourke. Starting fifth tonight, one of the fan favorites, one driver of the day last Wednesday night. That's going to be Troy Cook in the 51. To his outside, another fast guy in that number 20, Russell Charneski, starting sixth. Starting seventh tonight, you got the hometown boy. Right in Indianapolis, Indiana, that's going to be Dylan Altum, so it's a home race for Dylan in the 92 car. To his outside in eighth is going to be Wesley Whitfield driving that 74. Starting ninth tonight, you'll see the number 9 of Tyler Lambert, also known as Red the Barber. To his outside in 10th is going to be Jeff Martin in the 14. Starting 11th tonight, you'll see Aiden Young in the number 69. Outside of him in 12th is going to be Adam McKinney in the 13. Starting 13th tonight, you'll have the number 96 of Michael Updegraff. To his outside is going to be a brand new driver at WFO. And first race is actually tonight, so we'll keep an eye on that 93 of Patrick DeSaliner. 15th tonight, you'll see Adam Tips driving the number 54. To his outside, you'll get Steve Blankenship in the number 8. 17th tonight will be Trent Ripley in the 09. To his outside, and 18th is going to be the 38 of Derek Robinson. 19th tonight, Burt Wilson in the number 70. And to his outside in 20, it's going to be David Mayhem Moody driving the number 88. 21st tonight, Garrett Robinson in that 97 car. To his outside is going to be Richard Holland in the 31, starting 22nd. 23rd tonight, you see the number 21 of Richard Springer making a return. To his outside is going to be Garrett Helmlinger in the number 77. 25th tonight will be Jorge Bustos in the 28, and his outside Bradley Cooper in the number 5 car. 27th shown as Tim Hamlet, but he won't be starting a race. More than likely, he'll be adminning. To his outside, though, he will be starting a race. That's going to be the number 3. And the most popular driver in WFO Racing League history, Hal Amy. He should need no introduction, right, Nation?
He does not need.
He does not need no introduction. All right, so my order on this thing is all out. And for some reason, it's not working. That's not good, Nation.
Looks fine on Twitch.
No, it's not responding at all. I'm going to have to stop it and refire it. We're going to get the green flag this time as the pace car goes in. You'll see the field down there for a distance, but my timing and scoring is not working. I just shut it down and restarted it, and it's not coming up at all. So we'll have to see how this goes. Seems like last week in the K&N races, we had issue with this thing, and I'm just going to shut the overlays down for a minute, and we're going to go get on a camera where we can see the field and go from there. That way you guys can still watch it as it's happening, and we're going to see if we can get the overlays to work right this time. We ran the same overlays in the truck race, Nation. We didn't have a problem with it.
I don't see a problem now, except the overlays aren't up.
Well, the overlays aren't up because my timing screen that I use to change cars and cameras quit working. Mason Weitzel driving all the way to the inside right there. Right down by that inside rail, you can see Troy Cook in second. Take me a couple of minutes to get this stuff back up and going here. The problem I'm having is the timing and scoring screen that I use to change camera positions and stuff isn't responding, so we'll do a complete reset, and we'll see if we can get the overlays back up and everything working normal here. And we do have overlays again, so that's a good sign. And there's our timing and scoring screen. Everything appears to be working at the moment. We'll see if we can change camera views here. Back to the second place car. That's going to be Troy Cook in the 51. All right, we seem to have it working normal again. That's a great sign. It only took us 3 laps to get all that done, Nation.
See? That's a bonus.
All right, so your leader at the moment is going to be the number 99 of Mason Weitzel. Not too far behind him. And second there is going to be Troy Cook in that 51. And then third place is going to be the hometown driver. That's that number 92 of Dylan Altham. See the driver of the day votes coming in as I pull up my chat here. I don't know what glitched out on that timing and scoring, but it was just momentarily, and I had to do a complete reset, but we got it working fine, Nation.
Good, buddy.
And when we get a caution, our fire better work, but we might not see a caution. We're lap 4 right now of 80. It's been clean and green from the start.
Where we want it.
These top 3 cars, man, they're not separated by much, Nation. But I'll tell you, behind these 3 guys, that 48 car right there, that CrossFit car, Greg Rourke, is going to be one to keep an eye on if they get a long run here. I think we've seen what Greg was able to do last season in that K&N Series car at Indianapolis here.
Yeah, Greg ain't one fucker.
Yeah, if there's 2 tracks that, I mean, Greg's strong everywhere he goes, but if there's 2 tracks that he's really strong at, it's Indianapolis and Pocono. And he loves these places. These flatter racing, these flatter tracks like this with the flatter corners in them, that just, it fits Greg's driving style.
You know, I like Greg a lot, but damn, he's pretty good at a lot of tracks. Yeah,
these are just, Indianapolis and Pocono seem to be 2 of his strongest tracks for sure. And he'll bide his time. He'll just stay back there and cruise it and let the thing go on a long run and just not wear stuff out. But he might have a guy that's going to push a little harder behind him there in that 61 of Corey Cook, that Interstate Batteries car right there. Corey Cook looking like he might want to take position number 4 away from Greg Rourke. I don't think Greg would fight him too hard if Corey was pushing it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if it was me, I'd just let him go. I mean, I'll get him later.
The field, remarkably, is still pretty tight together working lap 6 here of 80. You see Corey Cook, though, in that 61 moving up a little bit closer to Greg, but center of the corner off, the 48's able to pull him. Now the 48's going to close up to the back bumper of the 51 of Troy Cook. Hal Jr., how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, very good.
I'm going to give a shout out to the, well, we see Garrison in there. Garrison, good to see you, buddy. Melissa, Missy, good to see you. The Coop in there. I think Coop wanted to broadcast tonight, too. Let's get him and drag him up here.
Oh, yeah, he can do that because I have to.
All right, Coop, we got you up in the broadcast channel. I didn't forget about you just for a minute, but we got you back, man.
10-4, buddy. How's it going?
Good, good. How you doing?
Still good. Cleared to go back to work yesterday.
Awesome, man. So back to work, back feeling better?
A little bit.
That's good. Good to hear. Mason Weitzel stretching out to about a second lead here. What do you make of that, Coop?
Guys on the rails. He was quick in the truck practices, too.
Yeah, he's definitely got something figured out around this track. I had fun racing with him in that truck race you put up the other night.
I think he was a little bit impaired.
He might have been just slightly impaired.
That's when he drives the best.
Looks like tonight he's not impaired because he's got that lead up to about 1.2 seconds. But I'll tell you what, that hometown boy right there in second place, that number 92 of Dylan Alton, might be one to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Now, you think Greg is just holding back right now, saving it?
I think he is. Greg is one that'll really take care of his equipment, and I know how good he is at this track in Pocono.
Field's pretty spread out right now. We got cars all the way back to turn 2 still.
You get back to second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, though, we got a hornet's nest.
Yep.
You see Corey Cook in that 61 taking a look on the inside of the 48 right here. The 48 looks like he's caught up a little bit by the 51 and the 92. Not for long, though. That 48's going to take a look to the inside of the 51. You think he can clear him down here in the corner, Coop? I don't know. That outside line's just going to have the momentum here. But Greg does a great job keeping that thing on the bottom right next to him. He might be able to get him off the corner. He got him.
It's like you said, running that apron down there, it makes it turn and rotate a little better. It's not as much of a problem with this Can-Am car, though.
Well, you see the 51 getting a little run on the outside, but it wasn't enough, and the 48 is going to be able to go down in front of him there and close off the position. But look at the 61. Nice move in the corner there.
Oh, yeah.
He barely had him cleared when he come up there. These guys are going at it now. You see the positions changing over. Dylan Alton in the 92 is going to get a little bit of a breathing room there. Missy Cullen for the Driver of the Day votes. We do remind everybody to vote for their favorite driver for Driver of the Day. And if you don't have a favorite driver, you can vote for me or Nation or Coop or Hal Jr. or one of us. Now, wait a minute.
I've been watching that's Austin Wagner. He got an EOL for late qualifying. He's worked his way all the way up to 14th already.
Yeah, Austin's fast every week. These are tracks, though, that you'll see sometimes different drivers come up, Coop.
Yeah.
Won't be your normal pack, but Mason's up front, week in and week out. He's up to about a 2.2 second lead now. We're going to go back here to Red to Barber, though, that 9 car running in the 7th position. He's doing battle with the 74 Wesley Whitfield.
It's looking a little tight.
Yeah, it does look a little tight there. That's going to let that 74 get underneath of him here in the corner. Yeah, he's going to get under him on corner exit, probably get a better runoff, might pull him down the straightaway. No, he doesn't.
Nope. Now the 54 is coming.
Yeah, the 54 is making a move to the inside of the 74 there. Good racing right here, really good racing. We've seen it up there for 2nd through 6th, and now we're back here around 7th, 8th, and 9th, and is that the 14 that's not too far behind him there in 10th? Absolutely. Jeff Martin.
Yep. Jeff had a bunch of wiggles there in that start going into 1. He lost a little bit of ground, and I think he got a little damage from it.
I'll tell you, watching practice and then, watching the race here, Coop, it looks like a night and day difference, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen a lot of spinning and people getting into the walls, but as we went to the race now, we're 12 laps green flag right now in this first run. Looks like the 74 Wesley Whitfield might have got into the wall a little bit. You can look at that right rear, looks a little jacked up on it.
It's a little staggered.
Just a little bit. Probably
Cars
not.
are definitely leaning on the right rear. Yeah.
We get back here to the 11th spot, and we got a brand new driver in that Goodwrench car right there. That number 93, that's going to be Patrick DeSalinier. Doing a good job tonight, his first night over here.
Yep.
Patrick put his application in, and I went on iRacing and checked him out, and he looked like a good fit for over here. So looks like I might have made the right call on that, Coop. It's still early, though. We're 13 laps in, so we'll have to wait.
He's got clean doors. He hasn't gone into anybody yet. He's worked up about 10 positions, so he's doing pretty good.
All right there, though, there's a driver that's been picking up some spots. That is going to be that number 19 of Austin Wagner. You talked about him earlier. He's sitting in the 12th position right now.
Yep.
Looking at his lap times, he's pretty quick. He's very, within a couple of tenths of the guys around him. Then you got Richard Holland behind him there. Actually, Holland just got overtaken by 31 car there. No, that is Richard Holland. He overtook the 13.
Rear end damage on him.
Yeah, he's got a little bit, but he got around the 13 car of Adam McKinney there. We got to go find another driver that started all the way in the back. That's the 3 car, Hal Lamy.
Yep.
And Hal started all the way in the back. You see him running behind the 21 there, Richard Springer.
He said his wheel quit working in the middle of qualifying.
That's weird. Well, I can tell you that Springer's another one that's really good on these flat tracks. This and Pocono. He's usually one that can move forward, but Aiden Young's back there. Looks like Aiden Young's got damage on the right side of his car. He might have had a little trip into the wall. You can see him pulling the pit road, and that's about right, isn't it? About 15 laps or so they'll start pitting?
Yeah, I think the pit window is about lap 16. I think that's a little bit of a short pit. I think you can run it to 20 laps and baby it.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt to short pit it a little bit, especially since the leader's up to about a 3.5-second lead right now.
Yeah.
Mason Weitzel has got this track figured out. Looks like he's driving the anti-Feg PC car again. What do we call that? The Space Heater Nation?
It is getting close to winter time.
It is, and it wouldn't be a bad... Well, if they weren't so damn expensive, I mean, you can go to Walgreens and get a space heater for $15, $20. Little electric one. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend buying
Yeah, but you could run an iRacing PC and a space heater
If
at the
you
same
want
time.
the blue screen of death on iRacing, you'll run that PC. Ask the pro driver how that worked out for him.
It didn't.
In the middle of the peak antifreeze race. And that, according to that driver, was from a failed overclock. The same thing that I said that he shouldn't be doing.
Space heater.
Yeah, we got regular pit stops going on. 48 of Greg Rourke, 51 Troy Cook, 20 car Russell Charneski, 61 Corey Cook, all coming down pit road right now.
Yep. Oh, we got some trouble. We entering pits, the 14 and 74.
Oh, no. They're teammates, too. They get it worked out, though. Did one drive in the back of the other one?
Yeah, I think the 74 overshot the landing a little bit.
Yeah, they're probably pitting together because they're teammates. I'm going to tell you right now, this guy right here, that 3-car Hal Lamy, he is making a run through this field. He started dead last, and when he come into the pits right there, he was running in the 13th position. Meanwhile, the leader's now shown with about a 16-second lead. He's going to bring it down pit road. I'm sure new tires are going to be worth probably, a second and a half a lap easy.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 2 seconds or better.
These guys are running 54s at the end of that run.
Yeah, so about 2 seconds a lap. See second place on pit road, Austin Wagner. Springer's on pit road, so it looks like about the rest of them are coming down pit road there. Burt Wilson, Michael Updegraff, Dylan Altum's showing as a race. I don't know if he'll be. I don't know. Weitzel probably had a big enough lead that he'll come out first again. I'll tell you what, that 92 car, though, that kid's driving the wheels off of it. I watched him dirt track it through 4 there. Coop, tell us a little bit about how the car drives around here, especially on fresh tires with lower pressure.
Starting out, the low tire pressure kind of drags the track. It pushes it real tight. And it's not until 2 laps then that you actually get the car to grip. Then it starts standing on the right rear, and it's a pretty free setup. It's fun to drive, but if you drive it too hard, you will come out of 2 and 4 really loose, really sideways.
I'll tell you what, the lead did change hands, Coop. The 92 was able to stay ahead of the 99 there.
Wow.
So that's a pretty big deal, and the 92's tire pressures are going to be up, so he'll be a little bit faster, I'd imagine, for a lap or 2. I don't know, Indy's a long track. How long did it seem to take for the tire pressures to come up? Maybe a set of corners?
By lap 2, it's pretty balanced. Then lap 3, it comes into its heat, and you really drive it into the corner. This thing really likes to drive down. If you bury it in, it'll stick. You don't want to get back to the throttle too early.
Nation, what do you think about it all?
I don't know. I'd wrecked it some bitch. Well, I ain't lying.
Hey, at least you're honest about it. I'm looking at that third place car right now. He's a little bit back behind these two, but he's had to work through traffic to get there. That's that 48 car, Greg Burke. You surprised with that, Nation?
I ain't counting Greg out.
Never count Greg out. Not on these flat tracks, man.
Nope.
I'll tell you another one fast every week, and fast here tonight's that 51 of Troy Cook.
Yep. Troy just needs to seal the deal.
He's got to seal the deal. You're exactly right, Coop. See Troy back there. He's got Charneski behind him. That green car behind Charneski, though, looks like he might have played a little, I don't know. Is that right front bent in, Coop, or is that just the way the paint looks?
It's bent.
It's bent. He walled it, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, you can see that right front tire sticking out just a little bit, so he definitely put it in the wall. Adam Tips back here in 7th all by himself right now. He don't have no playmates. You believe that,
also
Nation?
Wagner back there still doing work up to 10th now.
And we'll look at Red the Barber doing a good job tonight, Nation. That pink and black car there. I'm sure that is in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Like our pink logo. Red's running up in the 8th position, Nation.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the... Also, Wagner's up to 9th. I don't know why he's grayed out. There he is right there. He was grayed out for a second on my thing. It looks like he's going to go up there and fight for the 8th spot with Red the Barber right now. That battle's between the 9 and the 19. 19 looks to be a little bit faster right now. Red's going to hold him off down the straightaway, though. We might be looking at our first caution.
Yeah, they were getting close there.
They got close, didn't they? He gets under him. Red's probably going to let him go here. He does. Those guys made it work out. I mean, we're 22 green flag laps now. What do you think about that?
I think going down to one faster pair woke some of these guys up.
I think you might be right. I think we calmed the send it and bend it attitude down just a bit.
Nope.
All right, Vern, I'm going to get my butt out of here.
All right, Nation, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. We're about a third of the way through it? No, a quarter through. We're a quarter through.
You and Brad have a good night.
We will, man. Thanks, Nation.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.
All right, that was Nation 01 signing off for the night. He's got to get up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm reading messages here, obviously way later than they were sent to me. 2.8-second lead for that 99 car.
Watching the 9 car in the wall.
I think
Back in ninth place.
think the field might be in a little bit of trouble if this stays green, Coop.
Yeah, I think Mason and Dylan are going to be the 2 to beat.
Class of the field right now.
Yep. It's like Nation said though, don't count old Greg out.
Oh no, absolutely not. I mean, we got to think they went what 15, 16 laps on that first run. So essentially, I mean, you could be one bad pit stop away from a 6-second lead and being 20 seconds behind or a lap behind.
But some of these guys self-destruct once they get off the pace like that or mess up a pit stop, and it just ruins the rest of it for them.
Yeah, and that's what the 92 needs to do here. He just needs to make sure he takes care of his car, doesn't overdrive it, get in the wall or anything. Man, there's a battle behind him here.
David Moody.
Oh, actually, that's Rurik going around Moody. I thought that green car was Corey Cook for a second. Troy Cook hanging right there with the 48 right now. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Russell Charneski in the 20 cars there as well.
Yeah, I think those two are doing a little bit of research. They're kind of seeing the line, watching that 48, learning how to keep pace. It's probably the best guy to be following around this track right now.
Yeah, you can see that they're not too far behind the 92 right now. And the lap times are...
Oh, 88 hard in the wall.
Lap times are really, really close right here. The only one lap time difference, Mason Weitzel's about 0.4 of a second a lap faster than all of them.
Wow.
That's crazy. He finally slowed down his last lap.
He's still running 53.8.
Still running a 53.8, and second place there is at a 54.3. But if you look at Rurik, he turned a 53.988 that last lap. So, but Rurik has an issue. He's going to lose 2 spots there as a 51 and 20 go around. I believe he got in the wall. He did.
Have to go back and look at that. Yeah, he's got some right front damage.
He's got right rear damage too. You can see that spoiler jacked up a little bit on the right rear. So.
Yep, he hit it coming out of 1.
He definitely did. He got into the wall and bent that car up a little bit. We were just talking about mistakes.
Yep.
I'll tell you a guy that isn't making one. Hell, I'll show him to you. That's that 99 car. He's on a mission tonight. You see, he's catching a 14 here to put him a lap down. That's Jeff Martin. Jeff said before the race he had a pretty big dislike for the track, and I think it's showing up right now.
It's such a night and day with this painted tire model. Drive this car and go to the track. That's why I avoid it. I could grid these races. I don't want to get into the habit of driving it because it drives so differently.
It does drive differently, and I think I kind of agree with you there. I mean, if it was a series you were focusing on for a championship, it would be different. But to switch from this car and then get into the truck or the Cup car or any of them, as far as that goes, it's just a night and day difference with the tire model.
Yep.
I mean,
it'd be fun to drive them once they add it to the other series. But for now, it's kind of like Achilles' heel.
Yeah, this is just a car that. It's weird. When you get in it, the low tire pressures, you can feel it. The car wants to drag, and it doesn't turn right. And then you build up pressure, and if you push it too hard the first 4 or 5 laps, you'll kill the entire run.
Yep.
And I tested it. You will blow a right front out, too.
Really?
Yes, you will. Me and this guy right here, that 48 of Greg Rurik. Both of us tested it.
So they've added
they blow out.
Failure.
Yep, they blow out on this car. Oh, 61, another moment right there. I just caught it when I went to him. He was coming out of the wall. So he's visited the wall a couple times there.
Yep.
He's still running 6th place, so he's got a jacked up right rear. His car looks very similar to the 48 car right now.
Guess who is up to 7th?
I seen him right here, that number 19 car, Boston Wagner. Wagner, I'm looking at his lap times. Wagner's the fastest car on the racetrack right now. No, he's not. Actually, Troy Cook is. Your 3rd place car is still rolling laps in the 53s.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Moved up to 2nd place, too. I'm betting that 92 car hit pit road.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what he did. That worked out for him last time. He pitted a little bit early and was able to come out with the lead. The problem is if it stays green, hopefully the cycles work out for you doing that.
Yeah, you short pit and then you make it to where it's too far to the end.
Yeah.
Those guys don't have to pit.
You miss the end by 4 laps and those guys can make it, you know.
Yep.
And 4 laps around Indy is quite a ways. I would expect probably lap 32, maybe 33 before that 99 hits pit road.
Yeah, he pushed it to lap 20, or not 20, but lap 19.
What I have noticed, though, is the lead is decreasing between the 51 and the 99. The 51's definitely faster than the 99 right now. That's something to keep in mind later on in the race. If Troy's able to make up that distance, whether it be from pit stops or what, he's almost a half, 2 or 3 tenths every lap faster. So he's bringing the lead down, but 4.4 seconds is quite a bit to overcome on a racetrack.
Yeah.
He's doing the right thing, but we know if a caution comes out and they get a lone green flag run to the end, that 51's probably going to be hard to beat. Diana, I hope your mom's feeling better today. And if I didn't say hello to all of you, Missy, Cindy, Diana. Just like I could say all the names in there, but there's a lot of them right now. Talking about the chat, Coop. There's just so many names. And I credit you for all the ladies watching the stream. We get Bradley Cooper in it.
Yeah, I think half of them don't even know me. Probably for the best.
Oh, they know you. You've been in the broadcast booth enough now. Nation done got a different job, so he's got to get up a lot earlier. I don't know how much broadcasting he'll be doing now.
Yeah, 4:30 in the morning. Better be a good paying job for me to get up that early.
Rourke might have a little damage on that car, but he's still got that thing up and forward. And as they run longer here, Rourke lap times are right with these guys.
Oh, we got a car spun going into pits, the 14.
Oh,
he tore it all up.
He tore it all up. And
I think he might burn that one down with fire.
You want us to burn it down and take a look at it?
I think that one was worthy.
All right, if it's worthy of burning down, we don't have to have a caution to do it. Let's bring it out. Fire! Oh, we got to go back just a little bit farther. I was close. He put her in the outside wall and then hard into the inside wall. Holy crap. I guess he threw it in reverse here to get back down pit road. That's absolutely what he did.
I wonder if he was up on the racing.
So one more time. High. I mean, you can see him. He just pushed right up into the wall and then hard into the inside wall. You can't even see the numbers on that car anymore, Coop.
Nope. That was, I don't know why the caution didn't come out for that, though. He was up pretty high on the racing surface.
Watching Mason Weitzel in the 99. He's still out there, lap 34 of 80. Now this looks to me, this looks like it may have a maybe fuel calculation run right here.
Yeah, he's stretching it out further than anybody else right now. it comes to pitting, as far as the top 5 goes.
Looking at how many laps are left, I think there might be a good reason for that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you go 35, we're almost halfway through the race now. We've been green the whole way. You really got to... I think I have my fuel figured out before the race. If it went green all the way, I know exactly how many stops I'm making. And I already have what laps figured out I'm pitting on. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You see the 51 coming down at the same time he is Mason, so they have something figured out there. 19, same thing. 70, still out on the track. He'll probably come around and take the lead here. Somebody we ain't checked on in a bit. That's going to be the 3-car Hal Lamy. He's on the track right behind the 88 of David Moody right here. Hal's car looks pretty good, Coop.
Yep. He's kept it clean.
He hasn't scratched Nation's paint up. Nation always worried about that. Don't scratch my paint.
Yeah, he's kept it pretty clean. I don't see any incident points for him. He's been pretty quiet, doing his thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing. In fact, there's quite a few guys that rolling around here with 0 incidents. Here's another guy I haven't talked about in a long time because he don't get to race with us much, but really good guy to talk to. That's going to be the 28 of Jorge Bustos. I think Jorge has raced with us on and off since the first season of WFO.
Wow.
It's difficult for him because, if I'm not mistaken, he lives in France. And their hours are much different than ours, obviously, but he was working different hours at his job, and that's why he couldn't race with us as much last season and the start of this season. But, you know, days off and stuff like that, he'll come out and race with us. Really good guy. So it's good to see him out here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anybody that's been around that long.
Yeah, clean driver, too. So when even though he's taking races off, you don't worry about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see him working on the 74 car right here, Wesley Whitfield. This is going to be for the 18th position. Side by side, it looks like the 28 is going to clear him.
We have a different leader right now. It's paying off right now for Dylan Olden in that short pit.
Yeah, the short pitting's going to pay off until they get about, probably 6 or 7 laps on the tires, and it's going to start going the other way.
Yeah.
And I don't know that, I don't know that the 99 and 51 in them are going to be real hard on the gas pedal this run.
Well, the 20 car's up to 3rd now. He's put himself ahead of Troy, and you got Greg Rourke. He's repaired his car. He's clean again, so.
Yeah, we're taking a look at Mason's. He cut 2/10 off of it that lap. It went from 1.9 to 1.7, now 1.6.
Yeah.
I think he cut 2/10 off on that straightaway, Coop.
Yeah, he's coming. It's going to be a fuel strategy, pit strategy for that 92.
Mason's got a little damage on his car on the right front.
Yeah, he does.
I can see the gap there on the hood. We're going to take a little better look at that, but right there, you can clearly see it on that right front. There's a gap between the fender and the hood, so he's probably made a little love to that outside wall. In fact, I can probably go through the field and show you quite a few cars that have made love to that.
Yeah, just put it on the rear chase and keep clicking back.
That's what I'm going to do. Actually, our 1st and 3rd place car have no damage on the right front. Troy Cook does have damage on the right front.
Yep.
Little bit, not bad. Behind him, Greg Rourke, his car is clean. Greg running in the 5th spot. We go back to Corey Cook here, and his car is going to have pretty heavy damage on the right front. In fact, it looks similar to a modified there.
The 19's got it too.
19, looking at the nose of the 19, and he's definitely got damage on the right front. Let's go back one more, and we're going to find Adam Tips, who does not have damage on the right front. Then we go back to Richard Holland, who does not have damage there. Patrick DeSaliner, he has no damage on the right front. Richard Springer, no damage on the right front. Garrett Helmlinger, no damage. We got to find some with damage.
Oh, Michael Updegraff's got some.
Adam McKinney, he's got a little damage on the right front. Aiden Young, no damage. Tyler Lambert, a little bit of damage, not bad. Hal Lamy, no damage on the right front.
Yeah, 96 is the worst one right now on the track. He's got the right front of the Coors Light Dodge all ripped up.
Steve Blankenship in the number 8 Big Hill Media car, no damage on the right front. 28 car Jorge Bustos at Dodge right there, no damage on the right front. Burt Wilson in the 70, no damage. Some of these guys might have used a fast repair on that last pit stop too. 74 Wesley Whitfield, no damage. 38 of Derek Robinson, no damage. Jeff Martin got his fast repair in, has a brand new race car running 22nd, no damage on his car now. At least not yet, Coop.
Yeah, he'll be the first car a lap down from Lucky Dog if he keeps it clean.
Hopefully he can. I know this track. It's like I told these guys before, you know, there's two types of people for these tracks. You either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
There's not really an in-between.
Nope.
So, oh, wow. You're right. That 96 car's got considerable damage on the right front. In fact, it almost looks like it knocked a toe out on the race car.
Really slow car using the access road right now. I'm not sure what that's all about.
I seen him down there as he exited pit road.
I think he's entering pit road. I don't think he knows he doesn't have to use that access road to come in. You lose a lot of time doing that.
Meanwhile, we got a change for the lead, and a big one. Up to about a 1.8 second lead on the field right now is that 99 car Mason Weitzel. So the tires did come around. I know that some of these guys are working a little different fuel strategy, and that's why we've seen them stretch it out, Coop, but who's doing what?
I don't know. It seems like Mason's on the longest strategy of all of them. There's not very many people.
I mean, we're just over halfway at 42 laps right now, right?
Yeah.
So what'd they pit? Lap 34? So they got about 10 laps on this run. So what do they need to do? They need to go another 10 laps on this run, maybe take it to 52, or would that even do it?
Well, based off of his split, lap 17, well, 16 into 17, and then lap 33 to 34. He's pitting every 17 laps.
All right, so I'm betting that if that's what he stretched it out to, that he can't go farther than 17.
Yeah.
But, man, if I'm thinking that way, if there's a driver out here, and I haven't noticed any of them that done it, all they would have had to done was back up 3 laps. You see what I mean? On each run, if they had backed up 3 laps, they could have done this in 3 stops. But you had no way of knowing before this started that it would go green.
Yeah. Burt Wilson stretched it out to lap 17, 18, 35, 36.
That'll put them close, but it's still going to put them about 8 laps short of where they need to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a guy that has stretched it out the furthest based off of their lap times.
I can look at the last stint, and I can tell you that the leader, Mason Weitzel's, went 9 so far. Dylan Altum's went 14. So it's not going to be long. We got a caution. Wow. Let's see if I can find it as they're spread out around here. 09 it looks like.
We can go with that. He's losing it into pit road as well.
Go with that. We're going to go take the clock back, and we're going to hit it. Burn it down with fire. Here comes a fire right here. Let's see what happened to that feller, Coop. Oh, he was wrecked when we got to him, so we got to back it up again. Oh, wow. Looked like he just got her all squiggly wiggly out of shape coming out of the corner here. And let's see if he gets some help. Oh, it takes two to tangle. That 96 car gets into the back of the 09. And wow, the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. What a freaking move. That might be the save of the race right there. Did you see it, Coop?
Yep. He hit the commitment cone going through that.
Yes, he did, but wow. Let's watch this one more time. In fact, we're going to get with the 77, if I can find them on my list here, and we're going to do a onboard here. We got to go in the car for this one, Coop.
Yep.
So here he is right here. We're riding on board with the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger, and he's like, oh, shit. Look at that move right there. Unreal. Takes out the commitment cone. Still no pit road violation.
I think he did get a black for that.
Well, he needs to get that cleared and needs a cookie and an attaboy.
Yeah.
That was one hell of a save right there. That's probably the save of the race.
Yeah, they reviewed it and they cleared it for him, so he's good.
So the caution changes it all.
Yep.
You know how many guys were praying for this right here?
I would say everybody from about 3 seconds on back.
Right on. Probably the only one that didn't want to see it's that 99 car that was leading by about 3 seconds when it come out.
Yeah.
But everybody else was like, we need a caution. And we got one. Our first caution of the race, lap 46.
Crazy off pit road. Mason's going to get him out pretty far. Dylan's going to be right behind him.
Man, I'll tell you that last week it was like a switch flipped in the Truck Series race Wednesday night. And we had 2 cautions that whole race. And then we come back here, the very next race. And we're at our first caution over halfway through this thing.
Yeah.
So something's changed. I mean, something's starting to click with these guys now, and I'm liking it. I think the fans are too. Although I believe that if you ask any of the fans, that they would tell you they'd like to see 1 or 2 a race. But they don't want to see 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's no fun to watch, especially on these big tracks, watching these guys pace for 2.5 minutes a lap.
Exactly, and then doing that 15 times.
And then we run out of shit to talk about in the booth.
Exactly, because we end up broadcasting for 3 hours instead of an hour and a half.
Yep.
I don't even think the poor the real life cup drivers got to go 3 hours, do they?
In a full race?
Well, there's a lot more of them too.
Yeah.
And here it's Vern and Nation, and sometimes you're here, Coop. And sometimes we'll get Hal Jr. in, but he does little talking.
There's a lot that goes on during. We don't have commercial breaks. We don't have
that's true.
in-depth analysis and stuff like that with team crew chiefs.
Oh, we
don't have a lot of time killers.
We got to save the titties, Missy.
Could pull a driver up here and ask him how the track feels.
Let's do it, Coop. Who you want to get up here?
Let's pull up Aiden Young. He was mentioning earlier about this track.
All right.
He's still in here.
Aiden Young, we got you up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
All right, Coop. He's all yours.
Aiden, you were mentioning earlier that if we needed a in-race reporter, that you would have some good analysis for us. So, what's the car doing? What's this track doing?
It's really, really weird. It's like, to me, it's like it goes loose one way, then it's just tight the rest of the way, and it's just out of control right now, tight.
You got to really bury it into the corner to get it to steer, and then when you're coming off, it's loose.
I'm not even having that issue. It's just so tight after it gets loose that it's unbearable. It's funky.
Well, you've kept all the fenders on it, so hopefully you can salvage your looking like a top 10 car right now. You gonna start putting the lead to it, or does this caution help you get up there?
I don't know. Hopefully I've already had to use my quick fix because, you know, rookie mistakes. But
I lost you there for a minute.
I just gotta keep the car clean from now on, I guess.
Well, good luck to you tonight, man. You got anybody you want to thank before we send you back down?
I just want to thank all my sponsors, everyone that comes out to watch me, and you guys for broadcasting, and Vern for letting me.
Well, you're welcome, Aiden. Concentrate, go out there and get her done. Have fun, young man.
I'll try to.
All right, that was Aiden Young, driver of this 69 car. You're on an in-car view with them right now, but we're going to switch off because they're going 2x2.
I think that's the only Toyota on the track.
The only Toyota on the track. They are 2x2. That means we're going to do a restart, lap 49. So that means they'll have to go 30 laps, which we know they can do that on one stop.
Yep.
Cut it in half at 15, be almost perfect, wouldn't it? And I'll tell you a guy that's really fast for 15 laps.
92.
That 92 car.
Yep. That really fits his pit strategy. So.
Yes, it does. It fits his pit strategy, and he can hang out some fast times that long. So we might have a race. I know the 99's been super fast, and it seems like he's fast from the start to the finish of a run. But we're going to see what the 48 car Greg Rourke's got right now. What happened to the 51?
I have no idea. He's got a little bit more damage than before.
Yeah,
he had a bad pit road.
He's back here a little bit. It's restarting 10. He must have had a bad pit stop is all I can figure.
Yeah.
But we're going to have pace car in this time. We're getting ready for our green flag. Actually, we're not ready for that. We got another corner to go around. No, we don't. We'll go this time. There he goes. He fired. He held him back for a little bit there. Got him a good restart, too. That's that 99 of Mason Weitzel.
We're about to see what the 19's got as well. He's worked himself up to 4th place, so.
In Motion CBD, really good to see you in the chat. We appreciate you sponsoring one of our drivers here at WFO Racing League. Anytime we can get a real-life sponsor for one of these guys, it's awesome. Thank you very much. That is awesome, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Troy was really excited, super stoked to have that on the car.
Yeah, in fact, while we're talking about that, let's go ahead and show that because he's got it on the car, right?
Oh, got a 48 car up on the wall. Sorry to...
I see him up there as Troy goes by. He's going to get it out of the wall, though, and keep going in the right direction. But you're right. Troy does have some damage on that car.
Yeah.
A little bit closer look.
Down his neck now, Richard Holland.
You can see right on the side of that car the In Motion CBD. Trying to get us a good view. There it is. Right on the quarter panel of his car.
Also got the Instagram on the very back.
Yep. Troy's still up he's got it up in the 6th spot now, so he's picked up 4 positions since the restart. But he's got a whole bumper full of that 31 car right there, Richard Holland. Holland's on it. I know that the damage on that 51's probably not helping him much, but he was able to pick up a few spots on that restart.
Dylan Oldham is all over the back of that 99.
Yeah, we knew that wasn't going to be a surprise. I mean, he can cut it at 215, so he's going to go for it. And he's fast.
Mason's taking it to the bottom of the track to break the draft.
He's trying to break the draft on him so he can't draft up. And it does help him a little bit, it looks like. But that 92 is there right now. He's fast and he's there. He wants that spot. And I imagine he wants that spot right now because he's a little faster. He'd probably like to pull a little distance on that 99.
every inch of that apex, too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. That kid is driving the wheels off of it. That's the hometown driver right there, Dylan Altum, that 92 car. Gotta love the back of that car, too, Coop. Save the titties.
Big, bold print.
Gotta save the titties.
Wow, he whipped it into 2 there.
Speaking of that, I was on, I read the news on my phone a lot and such, and I happened to run across an article that said that there's an experimental vaccination that supposedly has cured breast cancer.
Really?
Yeah, and it's in experimental and testing phases right now, but supposedly it's promising for curing breast cancer. So that would be phenomenal if something like that happened. I mean, absolutely phenomenal.
It would be pretty outstanding. It's an epidemic. It's not publicized like it should be. A lot of people have been victim to that.
No, it's not, and you're right. It's not publicized like it should be. This is stuff you should see on the news. And
Yep.
you can flip to news stations. You don't see the ribbon or anything. And it really kind of irks me that not enough people care about that.
Yep.
And get behind that. It's a sad thing, and if it's not caught early, cancer spreads. And they get cancer in other parts of their body, And then they get it to spots where it's not so easily taken care of.
Not so easily detected or removed.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So, love to see something like that come along where they could actually cure it and kill the cancer.
Yep. Preventative measures are always good.
So we stay hopeful in the future that they be able to do that for any kind of cancer. Maybe they can come up with a vaccine that'll kill any of it, but be nice if it was in our lifetime, Coop.
Yeah.
Not going to make no promises because seems like the drug companies make a lot of money off that.
Yeah, I've been making a lot of money off of just treatment, so.
Exactly. That was my point. I don't think they want to give up their profits anytime soon. And it'd be a shame if it all come down to greed. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Third place.
I get my full hat out right now and tell you what I thought about all of it.
I tell you, I would tell everybody what I think about it all, but we'd be here a while.
Yeah, that 61 is falling way off the pace. He's hit the wall twice now.
Well, we have a change for third while that's going on. Russell Charneski in the 20 car just got around the 19 car of Austin Wagner. Meanwhile, fifth place is being contested.
Yep.
That's Troy Cook in the number 51. He's just
Richard
got
Holland
passed, actually, by the
inside.
31 of Richard Holland.
Richard's putting on a clinic here. This is his debut race. He's actually going to devote his time to the truck series, but he's having a pretty good show here in the car.
Absolutely. Man, what a good race, Coop. We got 25 laps to go, one caution.
We have a field of 25 cars. It's awesome.
This is pretty cool. I just watched the 51 hang it out a little bit on that last corner exit.
It's neat watching that rear end kick out, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We're going to keep an eye on it on these next couple of corners. You can tell by the right rear that he's kicked it out more than once.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, kicking out a little too far.
That's a little bit evident. It seems to be off the exit of 2 and 4. Well, that was clean. That 21's obviously another one that's been kicking it out. Just judging by the right rear. He rubbed the right rear on the wall going into the corner.
Yeah, it happens a lot when you're right up on somebody. It's kind of hard to see the mark to come into the turn and know where to brake. that car in front of you cuts down and you don't want to rear end them. So
really good view right there to show where that 21's running in these corners. Watch how much of the apron he's using up, Coop. Oh, he might get the 69 on top of him here. Hopefully don't land on top of him, but
69 on top, huh?
69 on top of him. It's a pretty good view to watch these cars from.
Are you on the chase cam?
We got the far chase going on right now. Mess around with a few different cameras tonight. Maybe we'll go with the chopper view. Oh, that was close.
Aiden cut him a brake air.
Yes, he did. 69 way out of the gas. You can see there, though, it looked like the 21 got a little better use out of the apron. The 69 kind of hit it wrong. And
I think it messed his corner up. Brendan letting off for him, though.
Yeah, it messed that straightaway up, too, because you can see the 21 pull about a car length on him there. But look how much that 69 closes on corner entry. But that might be the difference in how they're using their tires right now. It looks like the 21 might be lifting a little earlier for entry, but look at the run Aiden gets this time. Aiden does not have any damage on that race car. Yet.
Kept her pretty clean. I think he had some damage in that first run. But
oh, man. Rourke had a clean car, and now it's been up again.
Yeah, Rourke got up in the wall.
He got up in the wall, that's right.
Lap.
Chopper view's pretty cool, too. These are just different views from what I run mostly. We'll go on.
Mason still got that right front damage from earlier, too.
We're going to go on board here with Greg Rourke. You see Rourke running in the 9th position right here. See what a lap around Indianapolis looks like at speed with these guys. Rourke's been a little bit of a surprise tonight. I think maybe he might have got thrown a curveball from the tire model. I know this car don't drive near what it did here last season.
Right. Ooh, we got cars hard on the outside wall.
Oh. You see how tight that 48 got right there?
No, but I saw the 92 hit the wall. I'm sorry. I was
Oh, it's okay. We'll go up to the 92 then.
He's losing ground big time. It's going to give Richard Holland another position.
There's the 92 right there. You can see the damage on the right front, the whole right side of that car.
Yeah, he planted the wall out of one pretty hard.
Yeah, not just the right side. I mean, not just the right front, but the whole right side. We knew he was going to go for it, Coop. I mean, we knew that.
Yeah, I think he burned it up.
Mason Weitzel, though, I mean, we could go up there to him, but he's 4 seconds ahead of this field right now. And I'll tell you right now, here in a couple laps, I'd be coming down pit road at my earliest convenience if I'm some of these guys.
Yeah, we're in a 4-lap window, I think, that want to split.
Yeah, we are. What do we think? They go 17 laps, probably 18 if they pushed it?
Yeah, if you wanted to split the race right now, then on lap 64 would be.
That'd be the right one to do it. They'd put about 15 to go.
Yep.
That would have split it right in half, so you could come in with 18 to go.
Yeah.
And I would bet that you would short pit the leader a couple laps doing that. Which could be huge on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Charneski and Wagner and Holland, because those guys are grouped right up together.
I'll tell you, though, as I'm watching this ticker, I mean, it was 4 seconds just a couple laps ago, and Charneski has cut it down here to about 3.5 seconds. So, and not just Charneski, Austin Wagner's right there, and so is Richard Holland.
Yep.
So these guys are moving around the track. And it seems like when we get to the later part of the run, more than 10 laps or 12 laps into it, Mason actually starts to slow down and back up to these guys a little bit.
It's just that he gets such a lead before that starts happening that they can't reel him in before they have to pit.
Right. They can't recover it before they're out of fuel. Go back to that 20 car. That's going to be the Bass Pro Shops car there, Russell Charneski. He's having a good, solid run tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This has been a solid race for everybody. Everybody's clean.
The fastest race car, though, that last lap's that number 31 right there that's moving in on Austin Wagner. We've seen Holland drive through a few cars to get up here.
Yep.
That 31 car is fast.
I'm trying to stay biased, but I'm glad you said it, because that guy is very good.
He is up on the wheel, Coop. No doubt about it. I mean, he is just up on the wheel. I'm watching his lap times the last 4 or 5 laps, and he's lighting the field up, dude.
Looks like he's getting a run on the 20 now, or the 19.
He was still faster, and he's held up by these 2 cars.
Yeah.
He looks like he's really smooth. He takes care of his tires. He's not overdriving the car. You know what I mean?
Yep. Looks like they're going to pit. The 19's going to come down pit road here.
Yeah, and I would have probably come in a lap ago if I was some of these guys. Not these guys here, but if I was back there where the 51 is, it'd have been a perfect time that last lap to bring it down pit road if you're Troy Cook. Or if you're Richard Springer or one of these guys back here, because they're off the lead a little ways. All that just went away. Mason Weitzel's on pit road.
Yep.
Leader, first one to it. That's bad news for the field.
Got about 6 cars on pit road now.
The 99's coming off pit road, isn't he? I think he went in and might have took. Did he take fuel or what did he do?
I'm going to go back and look.
I'm betting he pitted at 18. Yeah, you see the 20, the 19 right here, all on pit road.
Yeah, he came down at lap 64. Got
Yeah,
that
so
fast repair. 4 tire stop.
Well, he's good to go then. And he pitted before these guys. That. Oh, we got a caution. All right, we'll see if we can find out who it is here. I know we got some guys stopped on pit road, but somewhere there's a slow car. 77 maybe?
61, Corey Cook.
Okay, 61.
Hit the outside wall pretty hard.
All right, guess what we get if you're watching a broadcast. We're going to burn it down right now real quick with what? Fire! My favorite thing. Let's burn it down, Coop.
He didn't take anybody with him, but he came close. That 14, Jeff T. Martin just barely missed him.
All right, we see that green car right there, Interstate Batteries, number 61, following the 48, Greg Rorick. He forgot to turn off that corner, Coop.
Yeah.
You got to turn left there. He went a little too hard. We got a caution, and, man, that might shake it up, Coop.
It's going to put some guys up front that
So
I think everybody had cycled their pits. I don't think anybody got out of the loop there.
No, and I'm scoring the 99 as the leader, so he's got fresh tires. I doubt he's going to bring it down pit road again.
Yeah, a lot of these guys were just finishing up their stops when that caution came out.
All right, so it could very well be our last caution of the race. We don't know yet. We're not 100% sure, but who's our candidate for interview in this caution? Race leader? What do you think?
Yeah, we can pull up Mason, or whatever you want to do.
Let's get Mason up here. He's been pretty dominant tonight, so let's see how he feels about his chances. Mason Weitzel, we got you in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Man, you look like you're on a Sunday drive out there. Tell us about your race car.
Well, the FegPCSuck.com/space heater incorporated car here is it's on rails.
It ain't
iRacing
running
just
warm?
glitched it. No, iRacing just glitched again though. We're gonna have to do some work here with the pit cycle and people pitting and not pitting it. Got it all messed up here, so we're just trying to sort that out. Otherwise, like I think you'll have 3 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, we've seen the pit stops, underway there before that caution come out, and we figured it'd change everything around, but looked like you come out the leader, so that's a good sign, right?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Oh, going down pit road here.
Yeah, what was up with the second pit stop? Did iRacing do the pace car glitch?
We got the pace car glitch, and I was following, and I just burned my tires up trying to follow it.
Oh, so you're going to come down and put 4 fresh ones on then.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. I see a plan there. Wasn't really sure what it was because it looked like you'd just come off pit road for maybe a lap before that caution come out. So, Mason, you got anyone you want to thank while we got you up here, man, before we put you back down there?
Yeah, I just want to thank all you guys at WFO for putting the race on. You have Bradley for all the host races he put up.
Yeah, Bradley was the man on that.
Didn't quite help you this car in particular, but I did host some truck rooms. Not a problem, man.
It helps with the track. That's what counts,
Yeah.
Coop. All right, Mason, good luck to you, man. Go get them.
Thanks.
I think he's got a lot of audio in his ears right now. They're
Yeah,
trying
he
to sort
probably
out
does.
the caution.
That's Mason Weitzel, your leader in the 99 car. All right, who else? We got time, Coop. You want to get someone else?
I think maybe we'll give him a minute because I think Tim's trying to sort out the field here. With,
All right.
The other night we had this in that hosted room.
I remember it. I was a victim of it.
Yeah. I think exactly that has happened, and it's put Mason and 2 other guys a lap ahead of the rest of them.
I'm scoring the leader as a 14 of Jeff Martin.
Yeah. But those guys were a lap down. They've got their wave. I don't know what. It definitely glitched.
Now they'll get it straightened out. Hopefully they get it straightened out because we can't throw out a red flag here. I wish iRacing would get it straightened out. These are glitches that shouldn't happen repeatedly.
Yeah. And it's like you said that the pace car is not counted on track yet.
That's exactly right. And if somebody, whoever's leading stays in the gas, then they actually get to the pace car before it gets onto the track or get around it. It'll just mess the whole field up. And if I'm not mistaken, that's been a problem here for a while.
Yep.
And that's
a problem here and at Homestead. And the track with the access road.
Any of them with the access road. So I think what we need to do is on these particular tracks have people, back out of it when the caution comes out.
Yeah.
Because if you beat that pace car around there because he's stuck on the access road, it's just going to screw the field. And it did it again. So we can fix it. The admin can fix it with EOLs and stuff to get it all straightened back out. You can even sometimes have drivers, if they were a lap down, put them on pit road and put them another lap down. You know what I mean? There's different ways that you can straighten it out here. But you can see that they got the 14 moved to the back now. Timing and scoring hasn't straightened out on my end, though. Yeah, now it's showing the 28, the leader. He's back there too, though, so they've handed out the ELL to him. It'll straighten out when they go by the line. Cindy Nation has to get up at 4:30 in the morning for work, so he called it an early night tonight.
Yeah, they think they're not going. They're going to wave off the green here.
They're going to have to because timing and scoring has not changed. I'm showing Jeff Martin the leader, Jorge Bustos second, Dylan Altum third, Mason Weitzel fourth, and Greg Rourke rounding out your top 5.
And we need to go back to where those guys were at the time of that caution.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to do that because some of those guys like Mason and I think most of the top 5 had actually come down pit road there, Coop.
Yeah. They were all on pit road when it came out.
I see
Mason was coming on.
Hal Amy up there in the 9th position. I'm sure there's still a lot of communications going on that radio. I think the 99 would be the leader after they get it sorted out.
That would make sense.
I mean, he pitted before those other guys did, but I think that, I mean, he had, what, a 4-second lead, so I think the 99 would probably be the leader. I think the two that are out of position right now would be the 14 and 28. Now, on the other side of that, the 14 and the 28 should have been in that position for a waiver round.
Yeah, but they when they sent those two cars back down pit road to stop them from going a lap down, I think it put them on the lead lap. So now the cycle is kind of messed up. You got guys like Troy Cook and put him back all the way to 16th, 17th.
Well,
Richard Holland was up to 3rd.
I'm not sure why they couldn't fix it with an EOL to the 14 and the 28.
If you're looking at the gap based off of where guys came into pits and who didn't pit, the top 5 is actually from 13th place back. If you look at Charneski, Wagner, Troy Cook, Richard Holland, they're all back there out of the top 10.
They're a lap down.
They're not a lap down, but they are being scored way off. It's pretty much flop the field minus Dylan.
Well, they're 2 by 2, so I don't know. Maybe they're going to restart it like it is now, Coop. I have no clue, buddy.
Yeah, the only way you could fix it is basically start EOL and work your way.
Yeah, you'd have to use the EOLs to fix it, but I mean, the problem is you can't red flag at iRacing and change the cars in the field around, so you got to do all of it under caution, and the whole thing they're doing when they're pacing here is they're just pacing laps away. And they're going to hold it off one more time here, so I mean, all this is, green flag laps that are coming out of these guys' thing here. I know Tim's working his hardest to get this figured out, and what a hell of a mess to be in. We just ran with it the other night, Coop.
Yeah.
I thought about it afterwards, though, and if Mason and I could have got waiver rounds, it would have fixed it. If we'd me and Mason would have, got waiver rounds there, it would have put us back to where we belong. So there's different stuff that can be done, but sometimes when it's going on, especially over the green flag stops, it's hard to figure out who goes where. They're going green now. 14's going to stay up front. Restart is the leader here. The 28 car is going to be in second, and we're under caution again. That's not from a wreck, though. I think they did that one on purpose, Coop.
Yeah, they're waving guys around.
Right.
They've waved it off twice now. They're trying to sort these cars out.
Yeah, they can get some waiver rounds, and EOLs is how they're going to fix it. But, man, I hate it. I hate that iRacing has had this problem this long on these tracks with the access roads, and they haven't fixed it yet. And you really hate it for these guys to have such a good race. Yeah, it looks like the EOLs were handed out for the 14 and the 28, so they're going to be going backwards now. Then you got, oh, wow. 96 and the 13 almost had a moment there. I don't think they got it straightened out enough here, Coop.
No.
They're going to have to waiver off one more lap and let these guys get settled back into position. And these are when you got to stay on those guys to pay attention to their overheads, But hopefully we'll get a restart on the next lap. I didn't look at the 9. Missy said the 9 was net code like a motherfucker. He ain't blinking or nothing. His connection don't look bad, does it?
No, I haven't seen any. The only car I seen blinking tonight was the 70 car, Burt Wilson. That was early on in the race. It cleaned up. So.
Right.
And they still don't have this running order. I don't know what they're going to do, but I guess they're just going to have to run it as it is.
Up front, it don't look too far right now. I mean, the 99's a leader, the 92's second. But what happened to guys like Charneski?
That's what I'm talking about. We got Charneski, Wagner, Troy Cook, Richard Holland. They were all top 5 cars.
Right, they were top 5 cars.
Now they're all the way back to 13 back.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened right there. They might have probably should have handed EOLs out to a couple more cars.
Yeah.
But, I mean, benefactors of that, obviously, 8 car right there, Steve Blankenship. Hal gained only a couple spots from it, so not really a benefit for him. But there are a couple of guys that were benefited, 8, 54, 38, 13. So some of them guys got to pick up spots there, but some of them guys may have stayed out, not pitted yet too, Coop. So I'm not real sure. I mean, that would have changed it all too. So pace car's in. Mason Weitzel, 99 car, is going to lead the field to green right here. That 92 car looked like he got a pretty good restart. Dylan Altum in the 92 car right there, and look at Greg Rourke going for it. Rourke has a little damage on his race car, not too bad. We got 8 laps to go, so you bet on this restart. There's going to be a lot of urgency, and you see it back there with a pass on the 8 car. That was the 54 of Adam Tips making a move on the 8 as they're feigning back in the rear of the field there.
Yep. These cars that were in the top 5 are running it hard.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. You see the 3 car, Hal Amy, making a move right there on Derek Robinson in the 38. Trouble in the back, he says. We're still green.
70 car hit the wall. I don't know how he straightened it back out.
I'm watching this race right here. This is a race for 6th place. You got Hal Amy, Derek Robinson, 3 car 38, now the 93 on their bumper. That's Patrick DeSaliner in that 93. Oh, Hal Amy comes off the apron. Oh, he saved it.
Wow.
He stays out of everyone here. No contact. No problem. Look at Troy Cook. 3 wide. Contact with the 9. He holds on to it. Oh, there's the big wreck. Hal Amy backing it into the fence. Hard contact. This is what happens with that sense of urgency. You get fast guys behind guys that haven't been up there and as fast, and they start running out of patience, man. So let's burn it down with fire. Let's see what happened.
Looked like the 31 might have got into 3 or...
Right on. We're looking at it right here. 3 cars stuck in the middle. The first contact's with the 51 and 9, but that don't set at all. 31, 3, 21. Looked like the 14. We're going to go on his onboard. I believe he drove right through it.
I see the 21 getting into the right rear of the 31 there.
So let's go find a cockpit view real quick. We're going to back it up with some instant replays. See how the 14 gets through this mess. And I'll tell you right now, I believe there might be a helicopter flying right over my fucking house.
Yeah?
I'm not kidding you. Oh, wow. Look at that 14 drive through that. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. That was almost as good as the 77 save. So Jeff Martin in the 14 car, that's a Tito's Vodka moment for you, buddy. Celebrate with a Tito's for that one. Rush through my window, he told me. I didn't even read that before I decided that we needed to go on board and watch that. All right, Coop. Laps are winding down. Caution number 3. Patience. Where did it go? It was gone.
It's gone. That's a shame, man. I didn't want to see Hal get involved in anything. I didn't want to see
I mean,
any
it's
of that.
really such a good race, and then we have those problems with, iRacing just messing up a little bit there, and that's what you get. I mean, you put fast cars behind slower cars, and laps are running out, and the guys look and see they got 7 laps to go or 8 laps to go, and they don't realize how big the damn track is, and they start going after it trying to get positioned, because really, Coop, 8 laps it's quite a distance around Indianapolis.
I think most of it is that if you look at like Charneski, those guys had worked their way up to where I think they would have been able to at least have a challenge to the 99. I don't say that that's guaranteed, but they had worked their way up there enough to it.
I would agree with that. You could see right there, I'm pretty sure that 99 and 92 was not going to bring it to pit road right there. But those guys in the back, in fact, if I was probably 6th on back, I'd have brought my car down pit road right there, got 4 new tires. You're right, Missy. Patience. I don't even think it was ever in the window, was it, Coop?
No. We had basically the middle of the field was cars that had fallen off pace, and like you said, you got fast cars behind slow cars, guys that have.
It happens in real life too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It happens all the time, and I tell you, if you want to see patience go out the window, watch a cup race yesterday in real life. These guys were racing at the end of stage 2 like it was the end of the race. You can thank NASCAR for that shitty-ass stage racing for that.
Yeah. I get why they did it, because it is very frustrating to go out and lead 146 laps and not get anything for it.
Yeah, I agree with that, Coop. It's just the other side of that. I mean, half the field was wadded up before the end of stage 2, and that's it's
and now
some
it
tracks,
the mindset.
right? And at some tracks, it's not an issue. Don't get me wrong, but tracks like Talladega and all short tracks, road courses, that is an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, them guys are just like iRacing. Guess what I'm going to do on this green-white checkered? I'm going to send that sumbitch full bore. Send it and bend it.
Yep.
And you don't think about, when you're sending it and bending it, you're usually bending someone else's shit with yours. So that can happen. That's a true story. They got to stop with these Trump memes. I'm laughing my ass off watching these things in Discord, dude. You watching it, Coop?
Yeah. The Bernie Sanders one still gets me.
Cindy wants to know, is there patience in iRacing? In racing at all? Yeah, there is. I'm a patient driver to an extent. Coop, you are too.
I'm patient to the guys that are patient with me.
Exactly. That's the best way to put it. I'm patient with the guys who are patient with me.
But I've got, for whatever reason, I can't remember what my wife tells me 5 minutes ago. I can remember 2 races back.
I can remember 2, 3, 4 seasons back. Can't remember what my wife told me 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
It's weird how it works.
It's how we prioritize shit. It is.
Yeah.
It's the
We're
way.
letting out secrets right now.
Well, it's the way we're wired, Coop.
I
Might
remember
as well.
the pebbles I hit when I spun out at turn 4.
Right. That one pebble, that one that got right underneath my right rear tire and just caused me to get loose and tear my shit up. No, I didn't tear it all the way up. I just put a nice dent in the right rear.
I can remember that pebble, but my wife could throw a handful of them at me and I'd forget.
It hit you in the head with a brick, and you probably would forget it then because you'd have a concussion, maybe be in a coma for a little while. And frying pans work good for that too.
Speaking of bricks, who's going to be kissing these bricks?
Man, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to bet against the 99 car. It's clean. It don't have any damage on it. But that guy starting behind him, I've seen him win here before. We know he's fast. We know he's a smooth driver. He's the Momo master, Greg Rorick. But then again, how can you bet against the hometown boy restarting on the outside of that front row, that 92 of Dylan Alton?
I don't think you can bet against anybody that's in the top 5, top 10 right now. Because
I don't either. But, you know, one would only have to assume that this is our last restart.
We still got 2 regular laps to go.
I'm betting not, man. We haven't done a... Actually, this will probably count as the first green-white checker because of when they're going green.
Yeah.
So they could still have potentially one more restart after this one.
Green flag.
Oh, shit. I ain't caught up with pace yet, am I?
A little bit behind there.
Yeah, just a little bit, but we got it straightened out. Mason Weitzel going to get off with the lead there. 92 of Dylan Alton in second. Third place going to be the 48 of Greg Rourke. Look at fourth place right there. The 54 of Adam Tibbs. Fifth place. The number 8 of Steve Blankenship. And I'll tell you what, they're fast.
I've got a lot of shuffling around from about 10th place
Yeah,
back.
they're 3 wide back there in about 10th place. We got some moves coming on up here right behind the 8 car. That's Richard Holland looking to the inside.
Got to move for the lead right now. Dylan all over the 99.
Yeah, we're going to go look at that with 2 to go. 99 car Mason Weitzel, the leader. 92 car Dylan Alton. This is going to finalize a race.
Yep.
They're going to take the white right now, so these guys will race it out. Mason Weitzel maintaining about, what, a car length lead there? Coop at best.
Yep.
The 92 car, though, getting a hell of a run through that short section there.
Using the apex.
Oh, look at that move. He's all over the back of the 99. He's got a good run off the corner.
I don't know if I'd want to be up high right now.
They bring it down the long straightaway. He's there. The 92 car is there. Going into turn 3 right here. Short shoot. Down to turn 4. Separated by inches coming into 4. 92 car really getting a good run off the corner. Mason Weitzel driving it off like a beast, though.
Wow.
Weitzel in the 99 is going to hang on, but just barely. Dylan Altum's going to bring it home second for the hometown Indianapolis boy. Third place, we're going to get Greg Momo Master Rourke. Fourth, we got Adam Tips, and your top 5 is going to be Troy Cook in the 51. Great racing on that last restart. That's what it's about. I guess you're going to bring out 3 cautions. You know, you get that last restart, and you might as well put on a show for them.
Some of these guys are able to get back up there where they were before that caution. Like everything, messed everything up. But
well, some of them that I want to mention once again because, you know, Adam was having a good night. We've seen him run up in the top 10, the 54 car. But he's going to bring it home in 4th place. Really good run for him. Steve Blankenship, Derek Robinson, the 8 and the 38 there. How about the new driver tonight, though? First night at WFO Racing, that number 93.
yeah.
Patrick DeSaliner. Really good run for Patrick. Charneski's going to wind up there in 9th, and Red, the barber, Tyler Lambert there in 10th, and Jeff Martin, 3/4 of the race went bad for him. He brings it home 11th place. Jorge Bustos takes his break. He brings it home 12th. So really good run for a lot of guys here. Where did our driver of the day? Hal wound up 22nd after that little incident he had.
Some of these guys are able to you got a couple laps down there.
Mason Weitzel in the anti-feg PC car burning it down. He's your winner tonight. Let's go down there and grab him, get our post-race interview. Coop, you want it? You want me to do the first one or what?
I'll take it.
All right. I'll send him to you right now.
Mason Wetzel. You got Vern Bradley and Bradley Cooper up here in the booth. Put on a clinic tonight, buddy. You led, I think, 2/3 of the race, safe to say. You burning it down right now. Can you hear me though?
I got you, buddy.
All right. Steve, you brought that anti-fag car home in first place. How was that race tonight?
It was a great race there. Had a great time. It was going to be closer at the end, and different pit strategies, and that caution came out and just put a wrench in everything. There was a group of 3 cars that were working together, and they were 2/10 faster in the draft. I think it was gonna be a close finish there at the end.
Yeah, they were reeling you in there, but you had such a lead on these starts of these runs, pulling it out to 2.5, almost 3 seconds at times. No, you had that thing pretty much dialed in. It's safe to say this is your favorite track to drive.
I love Indy. It's probably the most line-sensitive track on iRacing. So 6 inches off the line and just kills your lap time. So you got to be really consistent. It's really what allowed me to drive away, is just consistency and thousands and thousands of laps there, knowing exactly where to hit.
Well, we got another track like that coming up next week in Pocono. You gonna have anything for him?
That's my second favorite track. So we'll see.
Well, good job tonight. Got anybody you want to thank?
Just want to thank everybody at WFO, you, Vern, Hal, Nation, Tim Hamlet for adminning, Corey for all the work he puts in, just everybody that makes this league happen, and just thank all the drivers. We had a really good race going again tonight. A lot of green flag laps, and it was fun. There was a lot of different strategies. People were short pitting, so I think things are looking good for WFO.
Oh,
Good
definitely. Definitely.
Well, congrats there, Mason. You definitely were the dominant car with that 99 car tonight. You're able to bring it home, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. You know, the best thing is it's getting cold out, so the space heater's finally paying for it.
You know, I was just telling, I don't know if Coop was in here, but I know Nation was in here. I was just saying that you can go to Walgreens or CVS or somewhere and buy one of them little electric space heaters for like $15 or $20. And that's,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'd save you, $2,000 right there. If you buy a FEG space heater, it costs you, what, $1,500, $2,000, Mason?
Oh, yeah, at least.
So there is that. I mean, you can save, go play 20 and get you a nice space heater. But I'm glad you can heat your place up with the FEG PC there.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
it dual purpose.
well, it's not great for gaming, but I had to send it out to a pro to fix the de-lidded CPU he gave me.
Yeah, you had to get that lid put back on straight.
Had to get it put back on straight, but those other guys hooked me up real good. Now she's running nice and cool. Other than putting out all the heat.
All right, Mason, you got anyone you want to thank?
Just thank all you guys for making everything happen. Great race. Once again, enjoyed the broadcast, trying to watch it while I race. And just everybody that makes WFO go around.
Awesome, man. You can stay in the booth. We just got to get our second place, third place, and driver of the day in here.
Did you just hear what he said?
What?
He just went to the broadcast and he's still pulling out the 2.5 seconds. Could you imagine if he wasn't watching the broadcast?
Who?
Mason.
Oh, he watches. He'll lead the race and be text chatting.
Wow.
In the broadcast.
You shouldn't text and drive, Mason. It's dangerous.
He does
Hey,
it
man.
well, so we'll let him go.
Getting that viewer count up. I hit the wall one time with it. I scraped the wall on the front stretch. I was like, oh, no.
It worked in the truck race last week. That broadcast pulled in over 400 views now, which is pretty damn awesome.
That's great.
Keselowski, sending out those tweets, man.
But I think I've seen quite a few viewers, average viewer count in this one tonight, so I think it's going to be another really good one. It's really good to see WFO recovering. We were up there in broadcast, and YouTube changed the algorithm on us a little bit and kind of threw us off, but we're starting to claw our way back up there now, so really good to see that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get our second place finisher in here. Did it move him? Dylan Altum, we got you up in the broadcasting booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hell yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, you give that 99 a run for his money on that last restart.
Yeah, the only thing, man, it was going to be a good race, but I couldn't see past the spoiler. I was right on his ass enough I couldn't see anything. I didn't know where my brake point was or anything.
Coop was actually talking about that earlier in the race, how, when you're right on somebody, it's hard to judge off the corner where the wall's at, and then getting your braking point and everything down where you can set the corner up to get a good run off of it. So that's really good that you brought that point up there.
Yeah. I was watching the broadcast right after the race, and I realized that I was way off where I normally dive in and all that, in the last corner and all that. So I just couldn't see anything. I was pretty much guessing where my point was on turn 4.
It looked like to me, though, that on the restarts in particular, and right after you guys pitted, that you may have even been a little faster than the 99 car there.
Yeah, on the restarts and the first part of the runs, I was way faster than him. I'd catch up to him in certain corners, but I just couldn't keep it with him. That's why I was happy that we got so many cautions at the end, because it was a little short run.
Yeah, still bringing it home second, good points night, awesome run for you, and that it's a home track for you, Dylan. So good run here tonight. A good run from you tonight. We I kind of put that at the top of the list.
Yeah, even though I don't like it, it's a home track, and it's good to finish high.
Well, you did it, man. You definitely had some fans in here watching tonight and bringing it home second there, and really putting on a good show the last restart. You
Appreciate it.
You were all over the back of them, and a couple times it looked like you got a little better run off the corner and might be able to do something down the straightaway, but it just didn't pan out.
Him swerving everywhere like a drunk.
He wanted to break the air off the front of your car so you couldn't get that draft. He's doing what he had to do to protect the lead there. Dylan, you got anyone you want to thank while we got you in the broadcast booth, buddy?
Yeah, my sponsor, Bang on my car, my mom for watching, my friend for watching, Brett. Savage Racing is having all you guys. You guys put on amazing races, and that's the reason why we're here racing, is you guys. So.
Man, and I'll tell you, the back of the car, Coop, what did it say on the back of the car?
Save the titties.
Save the titties.
Oh, yeah.
Best thing ever right there.
Yeah, even though I don't like it.
Best thing ever, Dylan. All right.
Save them titties, man.
You got to save them, man. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so any ladies that are watching, if you haven't, go, let one of us check the boobies. Make sure
It's
there
free,
ain't nothing.
free of charge.
We'll tell you if there's something funny going on.
Your insurance will pay for it.
Right on. You don't even need insurance at that point, but at least let some lucky ass doctor check them, right?
That's the truth.
All right, so we got a couple more people to interview. We're going to move you out of here for a minute, Dylan, and
Yep. Thanks for having me.
no problem, buddy. Good race tonight.
Appreciate it.
All right, there's second place finisher, number 92, Dylan Altum. So now we're going to go find him. The man, the myth, the Momo Master, Mr. Greg Rourke. You got this one, Coop?
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right, he's ready now.
The man, the myth, the Momo Master. Greg Rourke's going to bring it home third place. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy. I don't know about Momo Master tonight, though.
Hey, you did it just enough. Kept her out of the wall just enough. You had a little bit of a touch with it there early on, and it seemed like you were a little off pace, but kept her clean for the most part.
I had a couple brushes with the wall. It seems like after halfway, the track tightened up tremendously. I mean, it was crazy tight, and there was just nothing. I mean, it was, you'd take off into the corner and it'd be rotating, down like normal. And when you hit about where the apex of each corner is, man, it'd take off. I mean, it's like almost like you lost the air off the nose of the car. It's crazy. It's weird.
Yeah, we saw a lot of guys experiencing that. There was a lot of brushes with the wall. I think that was our first caution too, but you guys had a long green flag run. Did you have anything in the pit strategy that maybe could have pulled something out?
No, I didn't have the raw speed to keep up with Mason. So it was kind of, I was just monkey see, monkey do. I was just following, trying to do whatever he did to just try to keep on the same lap with him, and just kind of lucked out, with the way it worked out, with the way that last caution fell. The caution for the last one, and it trapped some guys, behind us. But if it hadn't been for that, I mean, I had no better than probably a 10th place car. I mean, I wasn't. It was crazy. I don't know. I've never really experienced anything like that.
Yeah, we had a problem with that in one of the hosted rooms we did, where it traps cars with the pace car. And
yeah.
It's a shame that it happened that way, but some people benefited from it. And it's not to take anything away from those guys, because they kept it up there. They had plenty of opportunities to lose those spots. So you
Yeah,
were able to bring
absolutely.
home.
I needed. I mean, it turned into a good points day for me. I needed the points. But sure, it's Indy. I'd definitely like to have finished and run better. But it is what it is. We'll take it. Go to Pocono next week. Hopefully the car reacts a little better at Pocono. I've been doing some testing. It doesn't seem to suffer through this weird tight condition and take rubber like Indy did. So hopefully it'll be kind of the same old story next week.
Yeah, I know you're much looking forward to Pocono, so I look forward to seeing you take it out there and put a clinic on.
Well, hopefully that's what we can do. Just get the brakes and get the good luck like we had tonight. I think I got a pretty good shot at it.
All right, man. You got anybody you want to thank for tonight?
Once again, got to thank Crossing Company for sponsoring the car. Sky Racing with Moody and Steve and Jared Cox. Miss him. Hope he comes back eventually. And everybody that kind of helped talk through the race there and kind of get the strategy worked out. Got to thank, of course, you and Vern, man. You all do an awesome job week in, week out. Glad to see the views are up on the channel. Thank you, Vern, for putting this on like always, buddy. It's awesome. Brad, you do a great job in the booth, and man, y'all are really doing a really awesome job.
Well, you want the real truth behind it. You guys are the one doing the awesome job. All we're doing is bringing it to the people.
Yep.
Well, it's a team effort. It's a team effort. Without good broadcasters and that $1 million voice of Vern Bradley, I mean, we'd be getting 2 views, and it'd be me and Moody watching.
Look at the $1 billion voice of a nation.
I know. Where is he? He's running away every time we finish these races now.
4:30 in the morning, so he stayed with us for maybe an hour.
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour.
We made it through that first cycle of pits, and
he had to go to bed, so we wished him a good night and sweet dreams and all that good stuff. And
well, somebody needs to buy that man a Monster Energy drink.
Absolutely. He could have stuck it out and drank him a Monster and called it a day tomorrow, right?
I know. I mean, he could have stuck out. Well, I mean, he could have had that Monster in the morning. He could have just got up, pounded that Monster, and went to work. He'd been fine.
And our broadcasts go till 10:30 or 11 o'clock, so we're going to have to figure him out something. I told him to take a nap after he gets home from work.
Well, yeah, give him a little nappy McNapperton in there, man. He'd be ready to go.
2 hours, but stay up 2 hours later, right?
That's exactly right. Hey, boys, I tell you what, I got to give a call to old Steve K. Blankenship back there by gosh, finishing 6th. Look at that guy. He come out of nowhere.
Yes, he did. Got that thing up there.
He kept saying, "Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna let these." I said, "Man, stay with it. You're gonna do a good job." Look there, gave him a 6th place finish.
Yeah, we were looking at that at the end of the race there. Adam Tips, another one, the 54, doing a real good job there. Derek Robinson, Patrick DeSaulnier, which it's his first race with us at 93. So bringing it home 8th tonight is a pretty good run for him.
Absolutely. These guys did a great job tonight keeping it out of the wall, and got a little rough towards the end, but towards the end of these races, the intensity picks up and you expect to see some cautions, and I think everybody did a wonderful job this evening.
Well, I wonder if anybody wants to take a guess on who the driver of the day is, Greg.
Oh, well, that's a no-brainer. That's that 3 car.
I didn't see what the final count ended up being.
for finishing?
No, for driver of the day.
Oh.
Hal had 17 on the last count I seen. Hal had 17. Troy had 11, and the 9 had 1.
Hey, I'm telling you, nobody's going to topple the Hal Ainvey Invitational Trophy there. I mean,
ended up getting 1. The 15 ended up getting 1. The 3 ended up getting another 1.
What about these fans? We got that 48 car up there. Throw a vote in there every once in a while, fellas. Come on now.
Don't be afraid of the chat.
Yeah, I was going to say I am scared of the chat now. They're a lot tougher in that chat than I am.
All right, so it's definitely going to be the 3 car, Greg.
They ain't no surprise there.
I'm surprised. I can't believe it. I'm shocked. I'm sincerely shocked. We got to find that feller. He was having a good race till the end there, so hopefully he's in a good mood here.
Absolutely. Fellas, I got to head off to bed. It was a pleasure, and I will see you wonderful fellas at Pocono.
That sounds awesome, Greg, man. Thanks for coming out tonight. Good run for you.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate the work y'all do getting this on the broadcast and keeping the league going.
Thank you, man. All right, you want this one, Coop?
Yeah. How, Amy?
Top.
I just started off. What kind of mood you in, buddy?
What's that?
What kind of mood you in?
Not a good one.
Not a good one. Does it make you feel any better? There's almost 20 people out there that thought you deserve driver of the day. Does that make it any better? Just a little
It
bit?
makes it all right. Wish I would have had a better day though.
Yeah, we had some weird cycle.
Appreciate them coming out and everything, but I don't know what happened there, but it was a mess.
Well, I mean, I think you were in a crash. You were another victim of circumstance, man.
Looked like a wreck happened and the 3-car got caught up in it.
Well, looks like I got turned from behind again, saved it, and then got wrecked again.
Yeah, there was tight racing going around right there, Hal. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know.
It was a cluster.
It was just a cluster. It was.
It looked like you guys were going to sort it out. You came into two pretty clean. I mean, it was 3 wide, but I thought we were going to sort it out.
Yeah, and then they said that the 31 and the other one net coded, so.
Yeah, it was looking rough for about a lap before that, though.
Well, that's what started it all. I got turned by the 93.
That's actually what I went back through and was looking at. Coop said, "You got to look at this race back every 10th. They're all over the place." So we were back there when it happened, man, and you know, every time I get a camera on a car, what happens? Their ass is going wrecking, even if they weren't
I
wrecking
appreciate them
before
all
that.
coming out. Wish we would have had a better night for them, but yeah, I don't know. The server something messed up there, and it was a big mess.
Yeah, we were explaining that. It's these tracks that have the access roads. What we're going to have to start doing, because iRacing has never fixed this glitch, is when a track has an access road coming off a pit road, we're going to have to tell the field to slow down when the caution comes out. Because what's happening is you got cars that are getting around the pace car before it gets off of the access road, and it's screwing the whole field and the restart up.
Right.
Because it's putting them on a different
it's
lap.
messing the timing up, right?
Right, it's putting them on a different lap. So, I mean, the only way I know to fix it from a league standpoint is to, on the tracks like this where you have that long access road getting off, and you mentioned it, Coop Homestead's another one that way. When the caution comes out, guys are going to have to get off the gas. Because if not, they're going to run around and beat that pace car. And then if we find people beating it on purpose, we'll just park them on pit road for a 2-lap penalty. See what I mean?
It's just something. I mean,
it's like when guys out of the top 5.
Well, I think another thing too was, see, like I short pitted. I pitted because I just couldn't gain nothing. Got up to 8th, and then you pit and you go back. Well, I short pitted. Mason pitted behind me. I went out. And as soon as I got out, he started to leave, and then they had that caution.
Right.
And I don't know who didn't pit yet, and it was just...
Well, here's the thing. It couldn't have happened at a more inopportune time during the race. And with saying that, I mean, you're in the middle of pit stops. Half the field's pitted and the other half hasn't. And a caution comes out, and then the scoring gets messed up on top of it.
I almost didn't make the race. Right before I went to qualify, I didn't get an even chance to qualify. I went to qualify, and my computer locked up.
Yeah, that's what someone was telling me, that the wheel or something happened to you.
Yeah.
But it's 11 p.m., and I still have to do points. So
Heck yeah.
Good job for driver of the day again. Good job racing, too. I mean, you had it up there in 6th or 7th on that last restart, so...
Yeah, just circumstances.
You were trying to go somewhere at Indy.
Yeah. I'm glad Indy's gone.
And then we're going to... I flashed the race results, so I'm not going to go through them all tonight. I got to get points and stuff done. I want to thank everybody for coming out. All of the fans. What is it Motion ICB, Coop?
In motion.
In
CBD?
Motion. ICB or ICD?
CBD.
CBD. In Motion
Yes.
CBD. All right. So we want to thank In Motion CBD. That's Troy Cook's real life sponsor for coming in and checking out the broadcast tonight. Any other people out there that want to sponsor drivers? I'm sure these drivers would be glad to have you. I know Troy's happy with his, so if we can bring some real life sponsors in for other guys, there ain't nothing wrong with that, is there, Hal?
Nope. It's cool.
So if anyone's interested in doing that, you can always go to WFORaceleague.com, and you'll be able to scroll to the bottom of any web page and see our Discord server. Come in here and talk to them. Shoot them a message. You can do all that within Discord. You can talk or message or anything. So don't be afraid to come in and do that, or hang out with Vern or Hal or myself. We're pretty personable people. We get new people that come in all the time. But we want to thank everybody that joins the broadcast every week for the Driver of the Day votes, all House family and fans and friends, Troy Cooks, everybody's really. And we got a lot of different people in there. But thank you for that.
Helping out too, Coop.
Yeah, Coop, thanks for being in the booth with me tonight. Nation, thanks for hanging out for a little while, buddy. I know it's tough on them getting up so early, but we do appreciate them coming out. I want to thank everyone, all the racers from last Wednesday night's truck race, getting us over 400 views on last week's broadcast. So that was really awesome, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night. We'll be right back here for the truck race, right?
Yep. Wicked Wednesday.
So all these drivers will get another chance to redeem theirselves at Indianapolis. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
Thanks for coming out.